So she asked to remain anonymous. Here's a question. Hi, Rebecca. I hope this doesn't sound strange, but would you keep me in prayer regarding someone I'm asking God about? Until I can join one of your programs, I'm still very blessed to be all that you and Carrie give to many people. I'm praying regarding the individual that I feel very strongly about and praying for God's will. I will just call him blank to keep his name protected. With him being a very high profile person, it's definitely different navigating and important to keep privately anyway, but due to his career, we have to be even more private. He is a good man and high value, as we hear so much, and loves God. For the first time, he is one of two men who are younger than me, who are pursued me, but very mature in values and understanding and treating a woman very well. Just many things I really like about him. We have very similar approaches and mindsets on life. I'm looking around, you look at my big monitor on my wall, guys. Mindsets on life, God, and the need to put intimacy, friendship, and love back into relationships, not just sex. Lisa Nichols' recent marriage was very encouraging, especially she talks about their initial talk, but a lot of text for a long time as they built their relationship. We are taking it slow, and I am praying about patience on my end because I have been a little frustrated. Thank you for praying if you can. Sorry about the novel, but just sharing some background. Okay, so I responded to her, and I said, hello, I just prayed for you to get insight and to be protected. You sound very excited about him, and that is both fun and dangerous at the same time, LOL. Slow down in your heart and mind, not just with your words. Ask God to reveal any and everything you need to know about this man, and then pay attention to the answers. So this is my point for those of you who meet some type of high profile, super successful person or whatever that is. You know, there's so many different perspectives on what that would be and what that looks like depending on your personal level. But I said, ask God to reveal any and everything you need to know about this man and then pay attention to the answers, because here's why it can be so exciting and fun, but this is also dangerous. Some things to remember. It is easier for high profile, i.e. popular men to be dealing with and sleeping with a lot of women because a lot of women want them. And because dating must be kept so private or secret, that works in their favor so that they are able to get away with being a playboy or getting away with being a playboy a lot easier. I'm not saying he's one of these men. I am saying that the likelihood that he is one of these men gets higher based on his looks, popularity, and the amount of money he makes. And if he has been single, I'm trying to read, for an extended period of time. Relationship / commitment / marriage type men don't stay single for a really long time because they don't like it. They want to be in a relationship. Pay attention to actions, not all the pretty words. Actions speak louder than words. Do not ignore your gut, red flags, or anything that feels confusing or conflicting. And I said, dang, I done wrote you a book, laugh out loud. I think I will do a video about this. I won't use your name, of course. I said, the last thing I said to her is I said, if you feel a little discouraged after reading all of my warnings above, that is good. That means that the critical thinking side of your brain has kicked in versus the lovey-dovey, romantic, and emotional side of your brain. Smart women have to date smart. You can't afford to just get caught up in your emotions. So this is like a really great topic, guys, because she's messaging me about this potential love prospect that she's seeing this man, but he's a very high profile man and they're dating and them seeing each other has to be really private, secretive almost because of his status. And I just warned her about the pitfalls of dating somebody who falls under high profile, or it's got to be secret, right? Because it is literally really tricky. That is how women get fooled into thinking that they are in something very significant. I have been inboxed and emailed from women all over the world who have been dating someone 2-3 years, and it's this secret, private status because of their name. The man is so well known, or he's in ministry, or he's a celebrity, or he's whatever. Listen, I don't go for all that crap. there you got a small window and period of time getting to know me where we're going to be deciding on whether or not we're both going to take this serious and whether or not we feel like this could really be something significant. And going forward past that, you're going to have to definitely be establishing some official status in the relationship once you really know, it, like I say, it don't take all day to recognize sunshine. Yeah, women and really good men do the same thing. They will lead with their heart and emotions. They're not leading from a place of logic, because especially when you invite God into anything you're doing, God is going to give you feedback. He's going to give you discernment. He's going to show you red flags. He's going to be throwing up the stop sign. He's going to be giving you gut instinct, Holy Spirit, spiritual feedback that will be letting you know if something's kosher or not. It is up to you to go slow enough to pick up on all of the very quiet, God gives you all these signs, but it's quiet. He's not going to like bombard you. He's showing you. But if you choose to ignore all of those warning signs and those red flags, proceed at your own risk, right? You're going to end up getting your heart broke because you done put all your eggs in this basket, gotten all worked up and excited, and you don't even know this joker. Real talk. Don't even know this joker. So be careful. Tiana Michelle says, that's why I ended a relationship I was in just after 6 months, right? Yeah, Nikias, especially when you are a certain age, no time for 3 years of dating with no direction. And like I say, everybody tends to everybody wants these same people, these highly successful, high profile, high value people. And half the time these people are not really all that. And people are chasing the wrong things. And it is the pure fact that more popular people have people who want them. They have so many more options because they are popular or because they are so attractive. This inherently brings in issues around monogamy, commitment, and relationships. Some of your most popular, most beautiful people are very monogamously challenged. They are addicted to attention. They are addicted to people flattering them, complimenting them in their inbox. This goes for women and men. This is why it can be so difficult to date someone of that type of status, because they are monogamously challenged, right? They are in love with themselves. Yeah, Nakia says, even if they're unattractive, but they have a lot. Yeah, if they're rich, they got a lot of financial, wealth going on. It makes them attractive to people. Yeah, they can even be physically unattractive, but have it popping, living, driving, whatever. And now a lot of people like them because of their wealth. That goes to their head. They're a nightmare to date. Not somebody that's I'm not saying it's all of them, but what did I say to her? I'm saying that the likelihood that he is one of these men gets higher based on his looks. When I'm saying one of these men, is likely, the more that he has these things going on, the more likely he is to be a playboy. I'm not saying he's one of these men. I'm saying that the likelihood that he is a playboy gets higher based on his looks, popularity, and the amount of money he makes, and if he has been single for an extended period of time. Definitely the most beautiful women too, Nakia. The longer someone is single and in that status means that they are less likely of a person to be settled down. People who like to be in relationships and are commitment minded get into relationships no matter how much they got going on. They find somebody that is worth their time, that they really, really like, and they commit because they don't like being single. So when you come across these very long-term single people who haven't even been in significant relationships, not married, don't have a track record of committing, a track record of being in relationships, they're serially single, right? They are serial bachelors, serial bachelorettes, serial singles. They can't beg, borrow, or steal a relationship, but they don't think of it like that. They just think they haven't met anybody that they really want. They are monogamously challenged. Hi, Chasing Yancy. Hi, sweetheart. Monogamously challenged. Many people are monogamously challenged. I think I'm going to title the video for YouTube, Monogamously Challenged. They fall into categories, and there are industries and categories of people. Derek is always singing your praises. Derek. Who's Derek? Which Derek you talking about, Yancy? Yeah, there's lots of people who are monogamously challenged. And you have to be on the lookout for these people, because guess what? They know how to say the right things. They know how to look the part. This is why I don't like these secretive, private relationships where you think this is going somewhere. You think you're, oh, Derek Lindsay. Yes, I love me some Derek. That's my favorite. I love him to pieces. Yeah, you think this is going somewhere and they're just stringing you along. Melissa says, I feel like you're talking directly to me right now. Yeah, and they know exactly what they're doing because they know what works. That's me, but my teens and 20s were long-term, so no relationships in my 30s. And that's fine, as long as you have a history of relationships. But if you find yourself even avoiding relationships when you meet really awesome people and you make excuses and you're trying to avoid, sometimes people have been hurt and they're trying to avoid pain. I met a man who was single for 4 years. After a 14-year relationship, he was still stuck there, so I had to say goodbye. Yeah, I mean, sometimes people aren't recovering when they come out of really long-term relationships. I would say he's probably still a relationship person. He's just scared. But 4 years, yeah, they don't stay single too long. I think that's why when they get into relationships, they self-sabotage them. Yes, only once Jose. And guys, here's the other thing. The more attractive, successful, high profile, all this stuff we're talking about someone is, the more options they have, which means the more heartbreak, rejection, issues they've experienced. Does that make sense? Stop and think about what I'm saying for a minute. The more options and opportunities you have to be in and out of all of these situationships, entanglements, relationships, dating situations, the more someone develops a callousness, pain, rejection, all of these up and down experiences. What do we know about people? People who are driven by ego and not spirit are always seeking the next best thing. Always seeking. Ego is never fulfilled. It's never satiated. The hunger of ego, the appetite of ego is never done. So people driven by ego are always pushing for the next big thing, the next best thing. The grass is greener. There's got to be something better, right? And what happens is that causes them to go through lots of ups and downs, lots of experiences, lots of people trying people on for size, right? And that gives them lots of experiences that cause damage. So some of your most beautiful, attractive, handsome, successful, high-profile people are some of the most emotionally damaged people, because you tend to think that these are people who are dealing with a lot of people wanting them, but ego doesn't want who wants you. Ego wants the people who don't want you. So now, no matter what level they're on, men and women, they're reaching up above themselves to the next level. And this is where the pain and rejection and issues come in, because just like anybody else, when you're trying to date out of your league, right? When you're reaching for people who don't want you, they're going to be rejecting you, using you, putting you through all kinds of stuff. So a lot of the people that you look up to say, oh my God, he's so handsome, she's so beautiful, and they're successful, high profile, whatever, you look up to them. But guess who they want to date? They want to date somebody on this other level above them. You're beneath them. That's why they can give people like you a chance, but then they're mistreating you. They're not too impressed by you, right? And so then they reaching up. Everybody's reaching up. Reaching up. Everybody's reaching up. And this is how you get hurt. You don't want who wants you. So these people are constantly seeking people to validate more ego, validate ego. I saw it in matchmaking constantly. You know, you get millionaire men who are out of shape and fat, and they want a dime Beyonce because their money, they feel their money gives them access to that. One client told me when he was short and chunky, he said, when I stand on my wallet, I'm 6 foot tall. Okay, and you leading with that, but then you mad when these women don't really want you or don't really like you, right? And women do the same thing. They're using their looks, status, everything else to reach up. But then they're mad when these men abuse them, mistreat them, verbally abuse them, emotionally abuse them, don't appreciate them, don't want them, because they're reaching up and that man feels like he can do better than her. Oh, you beautiful, but you broke. Oh, you beautiful, but you know, you got 2 kids. Oh, you beautiful, but blah, 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 blah. It just keeps going on. Don't be looking at all my stuff back there, guys. It's still a mess. Cheryl came and organized. My son came and put some stuff up. They still getting that all together back there. Don't even look at my wardrobe stuff. It's just a mess. But yeah, so ego, right? And then that causes them to be monogamously challenged. Unless you are somebody that they look at on a level and then that's why a lot of people, like a lot of people you've met who you consider to be beautiful and successful, they treat you like crap, and really because they feel like you're not on their level. You could be going out of your way to do the most, and it's still not enough because they're used to somebody who has been tricking off or doing the most, or you ever notice how some people just love a challenge? Some people just self-sabotage, can't help themselves. They got to have somebody that don't want them. You don't even want somebody that wants you. Just be honest with the whole energy. You just want somebody who don't want you because you either want to keep getting abused or you want to feel like you win once you win them over. It's the cat and mouse chase. Yes. Yes. So that's why I say buyer beware. I think dating certain people should come with warning labels. Warning labels. Because at the end of the day, they're not good potential partners. Not good partners, right? Monogamously challenged. You got to be very careful. And they're slick. A lot of men in ministry are slick about the mouth. They know how. Women, they know. This is one thing I've known about slick, playeristic, monogamously challenged people. They know how to say all the exact right things, just like the good men and women. This is what you need to understand. Good men, these playeristic, monogamously challenged men know how to talk the talk. They don't come at you like, hey girl, I just want to hit it and what's up? They come at you saying everything you want to hear and lead you, or just not even talking about, not making any promises, but treating you amazing so you think it's going somewhere. Oh yes, people are very deceiving. Naya says, so they deceive you. Heck yeah, people are very deceiving. Some of the most barracuda, vicious women, single women out here, vicious, sound just like good girls. Sound just like the sweetest, most amazing, virtuous women. The way they talk to men, they just getting a man wrapped around their finger. They know how to say all the right things. All the right things. Only when you catch them in a moment when they're being candid, talking, girl, yeah, I'm about to get this from him. He about to do this. Girl, yeah, I got him wrapped around my finger. He just don't even know. Blah, blah, blah. But just as sweet and cool and kind and gracious and virtuous and amazing whenever she's around him. Game. People are playing games, y'all. Don't think that they're not even doing it intentionally. They are doing it completely intentionally. Completely. They know exactly what they're doing to get whatever they want to get out of you. All right, I'm going to call this video Monogamously Challenged. I love you guys. Look, I was just coming on real quick because I owed you a video, okay? I owed you a video. I'm like, look, I had to come on here because I can't get too far behind. I get to working in my office, guys, and I'm just going so hard. I look up and the whole day is gone. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't done a video yet. You know, I'm sitting here, barely brushed my hair today, sitting in my sweats working. All right, my phone's dying. Love you guys.